My name is Gonzalez. I am a junior here at Wofford. I am a triple major. I'm a business, Spanish, and French major, and I own Grand Public Relations firm. So we host social media from Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn for different companies and really put out constant updates so that their followers really get a sense of what they're doing and what the services that their business provides or products. As well as we work on, we're a middleman between the client and another company that helps us design websites and mobile apps that you can revamp websites or come up with a mobile app for your company or organization. As well as we try to do some kind of publicity for people. We have some good connections with the newspaper as well as the news and getting their businesses and services out there. That's what we provide. Alright, so Grand came about after an internship that I did during interim here at Wofford with a retail store downtown. And after working with them and seeing the results that came about from working with them in their social media, it really pushed me to start my own company and offer these services that I had to the surrounding areas here in Spartanburg and Greenville and things like that to other businesses. At the beginning, I really was worried about time management and commitment, just because I wasn't sure exactly how many clients I would have and how much time each would require. At the beginning, I only had the retail store, so I could really focus a lot of my time on them, but still focus on school. So I was really worried about that, and then it just being myself working on the company. That's what I was worried about. And then I was also worried about the client part of the business side. I'm just worried about how I would go about finding them, how easy it would be, or how much work I would have to put in to really find those clients and look for them, and seeing how that would tie in with my schedule here at Wofford. Yes, recently, just from getting more and more clients, I was really stressing out, especially because school just started, about the time commitment and was I going to really be able to do it. But after really organizing myself and really coming up with a plan and thinking about exactly what I needed to do, I kind of realized that I could do it. After thinking that I couldn't, I just really needed to get organized and really figure out exactly how to work with my clients and when to do it in order to fit my schedule for Wofford. I think that the turning point was probably right when I got my second client, because it came about from me working on an event for the retail store and talking with another person in downtown Spartanburg and just asking for advice from them, and it turned into really an opening for another client. And after receiving that client, it opened me up to several different clients just from her recommending me right away. And it was just a turning point because I literally had like 2 or 3 new clients within a period of 2 or 3 weeks. And it was just really crazy because I was like, wow, this is really happening now that I've got more than 2 clients. So that was probably the turning point. I think that the space has been my main supporter in this, just because of all the people that work in here and all the advice that they give me, the mentorship that's provided. It's been really great because it's leaders who are in this same kind of industry or have been through the same kind of things that I'm trying to work on now. And all the advice that they give, as well as the opportunities that they've opened up for me, have really been that support that I needed, as well as obviously like family support. My mom's really supportive of what I'm doing and is constantly checking up on what I'm doing. Every time she sees me post about something, she's like, oh, did you get a new client, or are you just helping with an event or something? After I posted on my personal Facebook or something like that, she always asks, and I'm like, no, Mom, I'm just helping support something else, and hopefully it'll lead to another client later on down the road. So just they've been my main 2 supporters there. So. On Sundays and Saturdays is where I focus a lot on my company. I try to put in all of my updates and things like that, really look for several clients put out different email blasts, and I try to look through all those to really set up my updates for the entire week, as well as focus on school. So obviously the weekend is time for me to sleep in, and I'd sleep in a little bit since I have 8 o'clock throughout the entire week. And then I try to work on some of my homework, and when I take breaks, I try to work on company stuff, and then when I'm finished with all of my homework, I solely focus on the entire company as a whole and all the clients, figuring out exactly what I need to post, if there's some type of event coming up that I need to cover, really making sure that my schedule's cleared for the next week for whenever that event is during the week. So. I think it's a great idea, especially if you have an idea that you really want to pursue that has to do with your career. Obviously, I'm a business major, and for me, marketing was not necessarily the field that I was looking for, but it turned out to be something that I'm really passionate about. So you can learn by starting your own business here, trying things out. You can learn about different interests that maybe you didn't know you had before, and that's what happened with me. And obviously, I also, when I grow up, my goal is to own a business on the side that I can lean back on when times, like in the economy, have gone down from working with another company. So it's really cool that I'm obviously starting that now, and hopefully Grand will be something that I can carry on in the future with me. Even when I move on to something else, I still want to have Grand on the side because it has become a passion of mine. It's something that I'm really focused on right now, and it's something that I really enjoy doing. So. Okay, so my advice for someone who's looking to start their business, even while it's in college or just to entrepreneurs in general, would be to really listen to the people on the outside that are looking in what you're doing. When I first started this, I was really doubtful of myself in doing it, but I had a lot of other people pushing me to start the business just because of the success that I had had with the resale store. Different people really pushing me to do it, and at first I was really doubting, like, why would they want me to do something like this? But really listen to the people on the outside of you who are being supportive of what you may want to do. And obviously the whole never giving up thing is something everyone says, but I really would say that when the times are rough, really just look for advice and someone to talk to, because usually they probably will know exactly what to say, especially if they've been in the field before, or know what you're going through that they've started their own businesses and things like that. They usually can provide some really great advice. So always look for that person, a mentor type person that you can really lean back on, because they're the people who are really going to push you and motivate you to continue on with your idea.